just finished eating, and one thing with me is that if I just finish eating like this, like I should just go and sleep.
I understand.
Like
And it
those,
looks like you had a busy day, or
not
it sounds
really,
like.
not really. Today is my off day. I've been resting.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, we have people on the call already. Oh. Ade Shina
Okay.
Miriam, you're welcome. How are you doing? How was your day? Additionally, you've not submit your two other assignments. You know, submit the assignment for Tommy Why you've not submit the assignment, the one I gave you. I'm looking forward to that particular assignment. Well done on those ones you submitted. Thank you so much. Abisola, good evening. You're welcome. Navelas, good evening. You're welcome. I'm expecting more people to join. Expecting more people to join. Marvelous, how's your day? Abisola, how's your day? Let's get into this so that we'll rest on time. Mia, how's your day? Let me see your response to the comment section.
You can just let me know when I need to start.
All right.
Um,
I just
it's
want them to be up to some numbers. So
no problem.
you guys don't want to miss this class, so you guys should come and join the class because all of the things you've been doing all this while, this is the time you need to practice it. Chidima, how are you? How are you doing? Chidima, I've been seeing your assignments. Well done. Chidima, where do you base though? Your area? Oh, and are you still a student? Good evening, Liza. Welcome to class. Respecting more of you. Oh, you stay in Yaba, Jibo, a student. Is that Unilag? Chidima. Yes, I'm coming to your school tomorrow. If it's Unilag, I'm coming to your school tomorrow. Oh, beautiful. You guys are having Unilag Carnival tomorrow, so we're covering it. I should be around your school. All right, so you need more people to join the call. All right, man, you can take over, man.
Okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. And it's nice to be here with us again today. And I really hope that we had a good day and it was amazing. And I hope that, we've also been able to practice and get the best from this training. I mean, all the classes you've had so far. So I'm just going to be brief tonight because I understand that time is fast spent. And I know some of us are probably preparing to retire to bed. I'm one of them. So my voice may even sound a bit low because I'm really sleepy. I had to struggle to stay up late till this time. So I will make sure that we are brief and also that we get the best from this. So what we'll be learning today is more about how to animate the designs that we have done. And I think if you remember, this was what we worked on in the previous classes. We worked on this flyer design. We recreated a design I'd done before, and then we together came up with this design from scratch. So the next thing is to animate the design. It's what we call motion design. I'll just delete those two pages. I think somebody's mic is unmuted. It's yeah. So I would just show us how to animate designs in Canva, and there are basically different ways to be able to do that. So motion design is design in motion. When you say something is in motion, that means it's moving. So when you try to make elements in a design to move, we call it motion design. Some people call it, it could be in form of video ads as well. You can use motion design to create video adverts. So there's some TV adverts that you see, some maybe tech brands that want to promote their website or their app or something. It's something that they make use of motion design for. And the good thing is that Canva has that feature. It allows you to create videos with Canva, and you can do a lot of amazing stuff with Canva, as I've said when we started this training. And that said, you can also create really nice videos. So, if not for time, I'd have probably shown us some videos that I've done with Canva where you are able to add sound and also a voiceover to it. You come up with a script for the video, and beyond the script, you come up, you try to you look for elements that resonate with what you've done before, and then or sorry, with what you want to do rather, and then create a video. So there are quite a number of them. If I want to check, or perhaps if you go to my Instagram page, you find some motion design videos that I've posted before, and it's going to give you context to it. So there are two ways to create, or two basic ways that will help you create motion design on Canva. Number one is to create, put together the elements like what you have here. Let's say design like this, or animate by page, page by page. So what that means is I can decide to create an animation for
She is
a
no
design I've
longer
already
yours to
created.
torment.
Um,
Everyone is mine to
I think
torment.
you may need to mute your mic. I'm hearing what's playing in your at the background. Okay, let me continue. So I was saying that there are two ways you can animate elements in in terms of motion design for Canva. So if you have designs that you've already done before, you can animate page by page. So let me see if I have a design. So I'll just quickly show us what I mean. Um, I let's try these designs that we've done. Now this is a design that somebody has done before. You can't edit it. It's not something that you can make any adjustment to because it's already been done, right? And I'll bring in another one, and then we can just animate page by page. So we're animating by page, not based on the elements in the design. So that being said, let's say we have 3 pages in our design, and then we want to animate. There is this tool here that says animate. If you're using your phone, you see it as one of the options at the bottom of your screen where you have animate. And these are features that you see page animation and you see photo animation. Now, if anything I'm explaining is maybe too fast or is not clear, please feel free to just drop a comment and let me know. I'll be happy to go over it again. So we have page animation. Page animation is you animating the entire page, just like what you can see here. Everything on the page is moving, right? The image I just brought in is moving, and you can choose what kind of page animation. When do you want that animation to occur? Is it when the image is entering, when the page is entering? Is it on enter or exit? So there are different kinds. So let me just assume that I want to trying to look for, okay, let's use this one that is baseline. After selecting the baseline, it's asking me, do I want it to animate the page on entry and exit, which is the both, or only on enter? When it says on enter, it means that when you start, or when that particular page appears, do you want this animation effect to just show only when it appears? If it is only when, it's going to be on enter. If it is when it is leaving that page, which is on exit, you select this. If it is both, So it's going to have the animation on entry and exit. Then you can also decide the speed. You see how fast it was when I increase it. Now let's reduce it. See how slow this is. So you get to decide how you want it to be. Then there is the direction. You can decide whether you want it to move from right to left, from left to right, bottom to top, or it coming down, depending on what you want. So let's assume you want it coming down, or I think I'll prefer it going up. So this is for page 3. I've animated page 3. This is page 4. Again, there's a difference between page animation and photo animation. So if you select page animation, usually I would like to just use the same particular animation style for everything, which is not for most of them, so that there is consistency. But because we are trying out, we want to explore, you can try to check out any other any other animation style that works for you. So you just keep checking till you find something that you want. So let's just go with this tumble, the same thing as we had before. Now this one, now you decide whether you want it only on entry, which is on enter, or on exit as it is leaving that page, or you want it coming up as it enters and as it is leaving. Okay, and then you can decide on the intensity. See how fast that was. Now let me reduce this. So there's a difference between both of them. All right. And that's something that you get to decide. Then the direction, you want it to come from left, right to left, or left to right. So that's something that you have to decide on. Now let's try out this third page. Again, we'll go up and choose page animation. Now we can animate the entire page. You can animate the photo that we have there. That is the image. If you want to animate the picture, it's a different thing. So you see different features here, and a lot of animation. So I'm just going to, for this third one, I would animate the photo, not the entire page. And then when we move on to this other one, because we have edited these things before, let's just work with page animation for this. Yes, so this one, if you look at the top here, in fact, it's only bringing page animation option because I did not select any element. The moment I select an element, it shows another option. It shows the option of text and page. I don't know if we get that. But the moment I select, maybe just click on the background, it only brings page animations option. There is no photo animation or text animation. So if I select a text, let's try that. If I select a text, where are we again? Animate, yeah. So it's showing text animation. If I select a photo, it changes this part to photo animation. So there's photo and page. If I select a shape, it changes this to element animation. I don't know if that makes sense. So depending on what you click on, that's what's going, the options that you're going to see up here. So for this one, because we are trying out page animation, I'm just going to click on the background and then use any now you see the difference between this animation here and what we had in these other ones. These other ones animated the picture as a whole because it was one solid picture that we don't have edit access to. We can't edit it, it's already done. But because we did this design on Canva and we're able to edit it, if I choose any kind of animation, then it animates the entire page. But each of the elements, would appear individually. So this is more like what we have. So let's just select one. And again, you can decide whether it's on entry or on exit or both. Then this other one as well. Let me look for something simple. Yeah, so this is just for page. Then we can go ahead to preview. This is what we have already. Now, because of the fact that we have not adjusted the timing, you see that the timing for the entire video is 25 seconds. So we can adjust the timing. We can also add sound to it, which is what we'll be doing. Okay, so this is just more like a basic thing for you to understand. This is we animating the pages, not elements in the design. Do you understand? Please let me know if you understand, if you are following, and if you have questions before I proceed. Do you understand? Are we following? Is it clear? Do you need me to go over anything again before I go ahead? I would love to get our responses. So, are we clear on this? Shall I proceed or shall I not proceed? Talk to me, please. I need our feedback. I need our feedback. All right. Thank you very much. Moses Faith, thank you. Additional, thank you. Additional Miriam, thank you. Akbe, thank you. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's proceed. Let's fire on. So that's that with page animation. And one other thing I will probably do is to add sound to it. Add audio to what we are doing. So to add sound, if you have a particular video that you have or a particular video that you watch and you like the sound in the video, you can extract the sound from, there's sometimes you see a TikTok trendy video and you want to use that exact sound in that video. Once you download that video, you can just bring it on Canva here and then extract the sound from it. So you see that I have a number of videos that I've uploaded on Canva for me to be able to use. In fact, sometimes I've used Canva to edit some videos before. So that's why you probably see these things here. So let's say I want to bring in a particular this video.
Oh, I'm a fashion killer, yeah. I got much to
This is
deliver,
the video.
yeah. When I pass you shiver, yeah. Emma
If I click on the three
Ascotica,
dots,
yeah. I'm a fashion.
it's okay, Abdul. If I click on the three dots above, I should see. I'm trying to see where it allows me extract the sound. I don't know why it's not coming up. If I again I use my phone a lot, so most of the time if I use a laptop, I still have to look for how to locate many of those things. Okay, okay. I'm not seeing the option here. Perhaps I would need to, let's see. All right, not to waste our time.
Killer,
I'm not
yeah. I
seeing
got much
what
to
I need to
deliver,
do here.
yeah. When I pass you shiver, Emma
Usually when I use
Ascotica.
my phone, I'm able to just extract the sound. But let's just move on to something else. Another thing you can do is to bring in an audio, maybe an audio that you have on your device or that you've downloaded before. And if you have such audios, you can use them. So this is one.
Don't get my time. Roll, blow, flow,
So the
baby,
moment I
that's the
added it,
code.
it gave me this.
2025, yeah, I'm sticking to my mode. Roll on, roll, that's the vibe. If it don't
Thank you. So if you preview now,
grow, blow, flow, that's the vibe. If it don't match that, it don't get my time. Grow, blow, flow, baby, that's the code. 2025, yeah, I'm sticking to my mode. Roll on, roll, that's the vibe. If it don't match that, it don't get my time. Grow, blow, flow, baby, that's the code. 2025, yeah, I'm
all
sticking
right.
to my mode.
So the idea is to make your designs more engaging or to just create videos that are engaging rather than using static images. Now, one other thing that you get to do is to you can add transition to between pages of a particular video. So if I click on add transition is more like how a particular page or a scene flows into the next scene. So we have 5 pages here. From page 1, how does it go into page 2? I can decide what transition I want to use by selecting any of these. So do I want it to have a flow, stack, and there are cases where you use this and it comes out beautifully well. So let's try to use this one is having the color wipe, or what's that thing? Line wipe rather. And then you can also adjust the duration. If you come over here that says edit timing, you'll see that you can decide how long a particular page stays. If you want this page to only be 2 seconds, it stays in this form. If you want it to stay for up to 30 seconds, it depends on you. If you want that duration to apply to all the pages, all you simply need to do is to click on apply to all pages. And now everything is going to run for 4 seconds only. So now we have talked about the timing, we've talked about transitions, we've talked about the animation effect, we've talked about adding audio. Now, I think the other thing I didn't show you is how you can get sounds from. If this is a very detailed thing. I mean, it's a very detailed skill. It's a skill on its own. Motion design is a skill on its own that people actually then they use. That's their major source of income. I mean, that's the major thing that they do. And this is a skill that some people earn really high income with, right? And it is something that you have to really learn. There are lots of skills that lots of tools that you can use. Aside, in fact, Canva is just one of many. There are many other tools that people use to create motion design. And it's in motion design you need to understand the use of sounds and the psychology behind it, how and when to use a particular sound, understanding, okay, if a movie if a video is supposed to build anticipation, what kind of sound are you going to use. So it's quite detailed that we can't even go into everything right now. So I'm just going to give a brief on some things that you should know. So with Canva, there are lots of sound effects. There is there's the need for you to add background sound. And there is also the need for you to have sound effects. So you see where while maybe you're watching a movie or a video, somebody is walking down there, you're hearing footsteps. Sometimes it is a sound effect that is used for the footstep, not exactly the footstep of the person walking, or somebody dialing on their phone, right? Or trying to maybe type something. There is a sound effect. I don't know if you can hear this. So you see that there's different sound effects, but because we're not really going to that, you can easily just search for any kind of song that you want. Let's say I'm looking for an um, inspirational background music. It's going to give you a number of suggestions, and you can then decide which of the songs you want to use. So let's just try this out for practice. Let me delete the first one. So this is the sound. You can also decide how long you want. If, for instance, you want to combine more than one sound or background song in a video, you can adjust the timing of the videos like this. Also, you can decide how you want it to fade in, fade out, which is one of the tools. So fading in is more like, as you know how you're listening to a song or you're watching a movie and the sound in the video, it starts quietly a bit and then it's the tempo or the volume increases gradually. That's the video fading in. And then fading out is just that towards the end of the video the sound is going down and is giving you that awareness that this song is about to end or this video is about to end. So that's what fading in and fading out is all about. So you can have something like this here. So we faded out this stuff here, and that's one of the tools with the sound. So let's see what we have now. All right, so that's it. I think the other thing I'll probably just talk about is animating each of the features you have in the videos. Again, this is something that is usually very detailed and it's not how do I put it now? So with every element that you have in a design, you can choose animation for them. I can decide how I want this image to be animated. So if I come over to animate, I can decide that for this image alone, I click on it and then I choose a particular, you see how that's different. Let me remove the animation from the entire page. I'm going to remove all animation. So the page is no longer animated. So now I'm going to animate only the image. Let's select this. So you see what's happening here. And let me try this brush. Or is it the ink? Awesome. It looks like somebody, you know how ghosts used to appear in Nigerian film. That's more like what it's reminding me of. Where someone will just vanish in a very funny way. I don't know how real that is, but anyways. So the next thing we can animate is our text. So I'll click on this text. Again, the moment you click on animate, it brings a text effect option. So I can make it come up as as though somebody's typing, or I can bring in, there are different kinds of effect that you can explore. Let's try this fashion design. The next one is services. So um you can explore so many. So let me just use this. All right. And then for this one, let's try typewriter. So you see what's happening. So you see that this is me taking out time, which is what I usually would do to animate every element for my design. Every element. So I can start to animate all of these ones at the same time. I will click on shift and select everything so that they come in together and not individually. So I have selected everything. Then I can choose rise. So this is also another thing to do. We can select this image, and I want it to rise. All right, this one should go up while this one should rise and go down. So I'll choose the downward arrow. All right, and then we have this part as well. Okay, so we have this. So usually I'm not going to use all of these effects like this, but this is just for us to understand how it works. So this is the last one. All right. So we've animated every element in this design, and you can do the same for this one. Just come here and then see, oh, how do I adjust each of the elements? I will click on the text and select, yeah. So I'm going to try to animate every element here. So it takes a lot of intentionality. You don't just randomly, oh, let me just put it together. It also takes you understanding what animation effect to use and where, so that you're not just making the entire design for something like this that has so many words. If I were to create an animation personally, I would not want it looking so busy. I wouldn't want everything jumping around because there are a lot of words, excuse me, and people need to be able to read them. So I'll probably use something that is more subtle, something that is not going to make people tired of reading, or making that's not going to make people lose the information or the message in the video. So I'll usually will use something very simple, but this is just for us to understand how it works. So right now I have been able to animate the all right. So that's pretty much it. I think the last thing I'll just do is to show us some of the videos I've done so that you understand better what this is all about. But let me pause here to ask, do we have any questions? I'm going to read the comments now. Is it possible to do changing images on the same graphic, the same way it was presented when we wanted to extract the audio? This is not really clear. Um, okay. You don't know where to start from. Just start from somewhere. Take it one day. And here's the trick with this motion design. I think I learned it last year. And as a matter of fact, I didn't really know that Canva could that I could create videos with Canva. But my church, I joined the design team. I attend the Household of David church, and one time they just said, oh, they needed someone to create videos with Canva for them. I was like, no, I don't know how to do it. I've not done it before. But I'm willing to try. So I gave it a try, did a video, sent to them, and he loved it. And over time, every week there was always a request, oh, we need a video for midweek service, which I would be showing some of them now. That we need a video for our midweek service. So every week I realized, okay, I even in as much as I was an amateur, I didn't want to remain at that level. And so from then on, by myself, I decided that I was going to dedicate 1 or 2 hours every day to practice and learn motion design. That was last year. And after a few months, sometimes I'll go on YouTube, watch videos, just going on Canva, exploring and practicing, trying out things. And before know it, I improved so much on my video skills on Canva. I was able to create really fantastic motion designs that I even got clients for my business, and made cool cash from it. This is something I learned by myself. And last year, I think was it in May or June, I launched my Canva motion design course. And I think over 150 people have gotten the course now. And so many, I mean, the feedback has been amazing. So I'm telling you that I learned this thing by myself just by deciding that, okay, I want to learn motion design. And it's something that you also can take out time if you want to. Again, if you are looking for one of the skills that can help you earn high income, trust me, this is as simple as this may look like. This is something that people pay heavily for, right? And you can invest in the skill. And if it's something that you just want to use it for your own business, it is going to be very valuable. I've done videos for my business before, added voiceover by myself. I usually would do videos before now with other tools. I didn't know Canva was something that I could use. So I would create a voiceover by myself. I mean, voiceover is you talking over a video, you're talking in the background, your voice is saying something. So that's one of the things that I think you should take seriously, and it's really going to help your business. If you're able to do it for other people as well, it's going to come in handy. All right. So I would love to know if you have questions as I wrap up. For a graphic design on a fashion design with a person on a graphic, is it possible to change the persons to show different outfits in the same video? Again, yeah, it is very possible. There are a lot of things that you can do. This is just because number one, we're trying to work with time. There is a limit to what I can show you here. This whole thing, I had to create a course on it, and the course is really extensive, where I now taught on even knowing the typography to use, down to the color, down to sound effects, down to coming up with concepts and stuff like that. So it is very possible, just that these are things that are quite detailed, and we may not be able to go fully into them. Let me just show you a few things quickly so that you get a better picture of the things I'm talking about. Hopefully, I'm able to just let me share my screen, and we'll call it a day from there. If you have any other questions, please feel free to drop. We have successfully, I think this is pretty much what I wanted to share with us today. I really hope that it opened our eyes to understand that there are a lot of possibilities. There's so much more that we can do with Canva. There's so much more. So I'll just show you some videos on my IG page. This is not my account. Okay, this is my business account, but this is me. I'm hoping I'm able to quickly just get it. Let me go over here. So some of the videos I posted, there are some I didn't really post. Usually I just post most of them on my WhatsApp status, but some of them are here. I think hopefully, yeah, I did this with Canva. Hold up, let me try it again. Okay, and this other one as well. I'll try to look for the one that has the voiceover. I built this from scratch with Canva. right, because of time, let me leave it at that. So this is another video. I'm just showing you so you understand the things that you can do with Canva. This was just a short intro video, and finally, I don't know. Yeah, this is one video that I would love to show as well.
Michael Olayemi Yusuf is a passionate humanitarian and visionary leader. He has dedicated his life to creating positive change in the world through design. He is the founder of Mentis Academy, a creative educational platform fueled by a burning passion to impact lives. Born and raised in a humble household, Michael has always been driven to use his skills and talents to help others. Through his academy, there has been various free technical empowerment trainings to encourage youth to give back to the community. He is also the founder of well-known companies including Ativo, Bulky Books, Lead Hub, and TLC, among others. He has worked with a number.
All right, so for sake of time, let's call it a day here. I want to believe that you get the gist and you understand what this is all about. There's so much more that you can do with Canva. And again, as I said, it's something that you can always even learn by going on Canva and exploring the tools. But if you also want to, there are videos on YouTube, I mean, that is the freest university that anybody can go to learn anything. You don't have to pay anything. So there are tons of videos that you can even explore, and it takes a lot of dedication, practice, and just commitment. So this little thing I've just shared, if you were able to practice and create the designs, that the first two designs we did in the first two classes we had, you can also try to animate them and see what you're able to come up with. I assure you, you're going to enjoy it. And it's something that if you put your heart to it, in just a couple of months, you should be able to do something really good with the skill. All right. So I hope I answered the questions that was asked. If I did not, please let me know. So okay, Abigail is asking, is this Canva Pro or I can make do with the normal Canva? You can use the normal Canva, but the only thing is that using a free account on Canva still limits what you're able to do. For me, I've been using Canva Pro for as long as I can remember. I mean, so I have a Canva Pro team, and I have about 400 and something people. So it allows me had up to 500 people on my team. So usually I have people join my team on a 6-month subscription basis for 5,000 naira. So every 6 months, 5,000 naira. But if you're using the free account, you can still do a lot with Canva. I tell you, it only means that it may be a little bit more stressful because maybe you want to remove background. You have to maybe look for a website where you can remove the background. You need images or a lot of things. You may need to look for other websites to download them from and then upload on Canva, which may be a bit stressful. So if you are able to maybe just do the monthly subscription on Canva, whatever one you want to do, it's fine. If you cannot afford it, make do with what you have, because when I started out as well, I was using only free account. I could not afford Canva Pro. I could not even afford it at all. But I had to make do with what I had, and I was still really creating something, really amazing stuff with Canva. So I'm going to just call it a day here, and maybe let me draw the curtain here. For those of us that may have more questions, please feel free to drop them now. And if it's something that you still maybe want to venture more into, then I believe that's the essence of this training that you've had so far, just so that you know which aspect, which skill catches your interest more. But with the value that I believe that every other person has contributed through the course of this training, I believe that it has given us a good head start, and a good start, and we can begin to build from it. So with the little that we have shared, I want to say that I'm rooting for every one of us. I believe that you can do so much, and you being in the class shows your commitment already. And I believe that with our relentlessness and commitment, you can do much more. So I wish you all the best. And I remain Esther Kodu. Thank you so much, everyone. It was really nice getting to do this with us. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you very much, everyone. Bye for now. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Maisa, thank you
Nothing
so
on
much. Thank you so much for your time. And then thank you for making us learn from your expertise. I saw what you did with those Canva design and adding motion to it. So in the long run, answer the questions that it's just about creativity. It's not about the tools you're using, it's about your level of your creativity. Yeah, and thank you for also sharing those personal stories with us. So you guys, as usual, as you know now that I'll give you assignment. So our assignment basically is that those graphic design that you design and you submitted, just add motion to it. Just add motion graphics to it. That's all. You could see how she was able to do it for us, and then we see like do this, you do this, you do this. So that's our assignment. Add motion graphics to the graphics you've done on Canva. Thank you very much. See you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night rest. Take care, everyone. Good night. Good night from my hairstyle. We're so grateful. God bless you, man. God bless you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Ibi, you're just joining class. Ibi, you're just joining class. As well.